guys, it's me, Amanda, also known as Cheerleaders. Hopefully you can hear me fine. Hopefully the lighting is okay and all that jazz. I got some books to add to my TBR cart before we start this video. I did not finish any of my September TBRs. Not proud of myself for that matter. But I did not finish any of them, so I'm going to put them back in this TBR cart and then add new books that I have to the TBR cart too, and then we'll start our TBR seeking journey. Alright, I was only able to fit a few into the TBR cart, so I'm going to put the rest on the ground, but still include them in my count up. You can't see them, but they're on the floor directly right here. Okay, now let me count them, and let's start doing our random number generator. So there's 51 books. I'm going to pick out 5, and I'll show you what I got. 37. Cry Wolf. It is by Patricia Briggs. It's a werewolf book. Anna never knew werewolves existed until the night she survived a violent attack and became one herself. After 3 years at the bottom of the pack, she learned to keep her head down and never ever trusted dominant males. Then Charles Cornack, the enforcer and son of the leader of the North American werewolves, came into her life. And that's all I'm going to read to you, because I have to pick out 4 more books. I'm going to tell you now one of my rules is if I pick a book that I do not want to read whatsoever at the moment, I'm allowed to put it back and only pick 1 more book after that. If it is the same book that I pick out of the TBR, then I have to read it no matter what. So that is. I already started this book, by the way, and I'm like yay through it. So it was an easy read, so I'm expecting to get through it if I actually read it, because I've been in a big slump lately and it's been bad, like really, really bad. So that's the first book. Let me get to. So it was 51. Go down to 50. 35. Okay. So that was 37, 36, 35. Moon Dance by S.P. Somtow. This is another werewolf book. Looks like this. It's a little bit of a thicker book, so I do not know if I'll get through it, but I'll try. This one I know I have a little bit hard time reading. I do have a stuttering issue when I read out loud, so please forgive me. Set against a brilliant panorama of European expansion in the West in the late 1800s, Moondance is the horrifying tale of the illegitimate son of the Count von Bulk-Wolfing, leader of the pack of the Viennese werewolves, and of the boy's all-too-human governess Speranza. The pack has decided to immigrate to America in search of the wildlands and unsuspicious human prey. But unbeknownst to them, the Dakota Territory is already home to the, I'm going to butcher this, please forgive me, Shunmanito, a clan of Lakota Sioux who become wolves by the night of the full moon. See, I already started reading this right here. Not very far in it, but I liked it so far. So I'm glad to read. I'm glad everything's becoming a werewolf book right now. Cat's jumping off the bed. Forgive me. So that's the second book. Now go to 49. 1. Okay. Alright. Until the End of the World by Lyons Fleming. It is a zombie book. And I have read a good chunk of it, not all of it. Like about, not even halfway there, but I'm very close to the halfway mark. This is where I'm at. I'll read you the first paragraph. Cassie Forrest is surprised to learn that the day that she decided to get her life together is also the day that the world ends. After all, she's been on a self-imposed losing streak since her survivalist parents died. She stopped painting, broken off her engagement to Adrian, and dated a real jerk. Rectifying her mistakes has to wait. However, because Cassie and her friends have just enough time to escape Brooklyn for her parents' cabin before Bornavirus LX turns them into zombies too. So I'm gonna read to you. And I actually really enjoyed this book. I stopped because I get bored very fast and I move on to new things really quickly. And this happened to be one of those things I moved away from. But it was a really good book so far that I read it. So I'm excited to get back to it. There's 3 in the series, I think. 3 or maybe 4. But it is really good so far. Next, so that was 49. 37 again. Should I skip that number? I feel like I should, but it's gonna be a different book. So, let's do it, I guess. 1, 2, 3. The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas. I have gotten to the halfway point in this book, but I can't say I remember much of it. So I might have to restart it over. I'll have to think about it because I got really far in it. I was like happy that I got that far because I wasn't struggling reading it, but I wasn't easily reading it. First there was the car accident. Not long after the murders happened. Monica's sister was the last cheerleader to die, and after her suicide, Sunnybrook High disbanded the cheer squad. No one wanted to be reminded of what happened. That was 5 years ago. Now the faculty and students at the Sunnybrook want to remember the lost cheerleaders, but for Monica, it's not that easy. She just wants to forget. Only Monica's world is starting to unravel. There are letters in her stepdad's desk, an unearthed years-old cell phone, a strange new friend at school. Whatever happened 5 years ago isn't over. Some people in town know more than they're saying, and somehow Monica is at the center of it all. There is no more cheerleaders in Sunnybrook, but that doesn't mean anyone else is safe. See, it sounds good. What I'm probably try doing is reading the chapter that I'm on, because it doesn't look like I finished the chapter, which is strange for me. And then if I don't remember any of the characters, I'll reread it. That's if I get to it. Hopefully I do. Hopefully I do. Okay, next book. And the last one, I believe. Yes, the last one. 42. Okay, so 37 was right here. 37, 38, 39, 39, 40, 41, 42. We'll Never Be Apart by Emiko Jean. Some promises are meant to be broken. Looks like this. Murder, fire, revenge. That's all 17-year-old Alice Monroe thinks about, locked in a mental ward at Savage Isle. Alice is haunted by the memories of a fire that killed her boyfriend, Jason. It believes her deranged and jealous sister Sally set. When whispers from the mental patients convince Alice that Sally has been committed to Savage Isle, Alice vows to avenge the life of her boy she loved. Aided by Chase, a mysterious, charismatic new patient, Alice stealthily combs Salvage Isle for her sister by night, while by day she plays that good girl, attending group therapy sessions and writing the story of her troubled past in her foster care. A past she barely understands, in a journal. But nothing at Salvage Isle is what it seems, and no one will leave the same. So that doesn't sound good. So, we got quite a few books out. One was a little bit thicker than normal. But we got our books. Our October reads. One's really yellow. Alright, so I'm going to try shoving as many of these books that I have on the floor into the thing. So for November, if I finish these books, they're quite ready to be taken. None of the books that I purchased recently were picked, which I find is a surprise. Because I was really hoping that some of them would be picked because I really wanted to read some of them. But, you know, stuff happens. Trying to fit this one last book in. Fit them all in. This one's a little bit crooked. There we go. Yeah! I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry the lighting is a little iffy, and this will only be like this until November, or at least after November. And then I'll change up the book cart and everything like that for December and onward. Until fall happens again, because I like this set for fall. So, like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.